Welcome back, everybody. I'm Callie. If you do not know, we have been building a playground for quite a while. I have several different sets before this one. You can feel free to start whenever you want. You don't have to start at the very beginning of these sets. You can build freestanding. You can build one-on-one. This might be the only one you have to kind of build onto it from where we are right now, because right now we're going to build, let's see, and this bag is going to be a bridge. These are going to be the bridges. This one is a wacky bridge. Have you ever seen a wacky bridge where it has holes through the middle and you have to get across? This one is for probably your more advanced climbers when you're climbing at the playground. I've encountered this three separate times. So let's see what bridges we have in here. Some of them are already built, and others I'm going to just go ahead and try to build. This one is a fun bridge. Let's dump these pieces out. What do we have? We have a lot of pieces. Okay, so I'm only going to build one bridge with you and show you the other one. So this here is a nice bridge. It is a flat piece. So these are the pieces that you're going to need. You're going to need definitely a flat piece if you're not going to build the broken bridge. If you can build a broken bridge, it's just the pieces that are straight pieces. That piece. However, this bridge is pretty cool. So we need a flat piece. You're going to also need whatever, I guess, fences or guards that you have that you can use. You're going to want to use this. It could be a high fence, a low fence. You're going to want to do something. I mean, these could also very well be fences if you want to put them here to stop anyone from falling over your bridge. You're definitely going to want to use that. Then you're going to need a bunch of flat pieces. And again, I don't know how many flat pieces you need because I don't know how long you're going to want to build this bridge. So these are going to fit all along your base on top of that. And you're going to fill it in. You're going to leave this side open. You're going to leave that side open because that's where all of your fences will go. So here's a fence. You're going to put it over here. See? So it really doesn't matter. That's a really bad one. I don't like doing that. I would rather have something like, oh shoot, I always drop stuff. Something like this. So depending on what you want to use here, you don't have to build this. This isn't important. This isn't important. This is just fancy stuff. It's just fancy stuff. What you want is definitely, you don't even need to use the straight pieces if you don't want to use the straight pieces. If you don't have it, don't use it. This is very basic. It's so basic that all you really need for a bridge is this. It's not going to have these pieces because it's going to be attached to something. The bridge might go here. The bridge might go here and go, actually that's not a bad idea. Let's put our bridge right here. There we go. That's where my bridge is going to go. It looks nice too. With that said, that's your bridge. So you definitely want to add pieces here. That helps your guest or your friends go from one side to the next. So here's these, and you can use anything you have. Anything you have. It could be these guys right here, right? It could be another one right there, right? And then you start with your fence, whatever fence you want to use. I'll use this one. So there's your fence, right? And you're just going to keep kind of doing it. Whatever fence you have, you're going to put up there. Here's the other fence. I'm just going to keep putting the fences up. On the other side. On the other side. On the other side. I need one more fence. Do I have one more fence? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, well, here's what I have so far. I don't have any more fences. So, with that said, I'm going to pull these off because I don't have enough. And that's okay, because you may not have enough either. So we're in this together. Instead, I'm going to use that piece as my fence. Right there. That's the piece you're going to use for your fence now. Look how nicely that works. You don't need a fancy fence. If you only have that, that's what you use. But if you don't have that, oops. Well, you can take off all this and you can use that piece. There's your bridge. Kind of cool, right? You can literally use whatever you have. Let's say I don't have another giant long piece, right? You can use something else. But for now, that's your bridge. It's very basic, 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3. Then you can add to it. If you want to add a taller piece so you can do an overhang like I have here, it's pretty easy, right? You just figure out what you're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4 to get the height. I have this for the height and I have that for the height. And then I added those to give it stability, right? You don't need to add any of those. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to add any of those. But I am going to add a filler. I'm going to add stuff here. Let's see. I got that piece. That's a fun piece. Do I have another piece that I could add that's the same exact piece? I do. I have another one. See that? That's going to go on the other side. See how it's making a nice, smooth spot? Now I have 2 of them. Now if I want my characters, my little Lego figures, to be able to stand up and not fall, I add the feet things. I don't know why his hair keeps falling off. I don't know how to push it down. No, but here you go. But look, see how his arms are not even touching the side? Maybe we need to add more stuff to it. Maybe. Maybe I'll just add a little bit there, a little bit there. Maybe I'll add just a few. Hey, maybe I'll just add a few and one piece there in the middle. Let me see. Could I add this piece? I'm going to add that piece. Maybe I'll add another piece like that on the other side. Hey, maybe I'll add more to each side. Then I'll have them all over. So now I'm just building onto my bridge. So now my bridge looks quite fabulous, I have to say. What else can I add? What else can I add? Can I add this piece? I could. Well, look at that. All right. So here's what I added to mine. Because I wanted to make it taller, now it seems like a really nice bridge. I added those pieces, next to those pieces, next to a fence, next to another fence, next to another cone. So now I have this kind of a bridge. I still have to add stuff to the interior of it, like the inside of that. So let's see what else I could add. Do I have anything else that I can add to it that will make it look really nice? I kind of do. I kind of do. I can add another one of these so they can stand. I can add the flat pieces. I'm just kind of filling it in. There's no right or wrong way. Now, of course, if you have the pieces that are the same color and you want to add the same color to it, by all means do that. Make it look nice. But for show purposes, for right now, all I'm doing is adding stuff to it that I think looks really nice, and I can still have all of my Lego friends walking on the inside of this. So I have a bunch of ones that are kind of up a little bit. That's where all my friends will stand. So let's put all my friends on here. We have Malcolm, we have Sarah. Oh, they're having a great time. Then we have this guy, him and his hair. Just does not want to stay. Why does it not want to stay on? Then we have a new guy. Now look at that. So now all the Lego friends kind of hang out there, right? So that's another bridge. Again, doesn't have to be fancy. Now, if you want to do a broken bridge, like I did, a broken bridge, you're going to add all of these pieces to make it look open. Now, how you want to add that is completely up to you. But how I did it was, I took all these apart. That's not going to be the same, because every time I do it, it's always different. All right, you just gather a bunch of these 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 1, 1 by 2 pieces. Again, it's not going to be the same. It's never really the same every time I do it, because I do it differently every time. So, but with this, let's say 2 of the same kind, parallel. And you're going to take these guys and just put them anywhere you want to put them. I guess I'll put mine, and if you look at it, it goes back and forth. Do you see that? You're going to use that to go against the other one that's parallel to that one. It doesn't matter where you do it. You can literally, you could do it like that. As long as it looks wacky and crazy, it doesn't matter how you put this together. It really doesn't. That's why it's so different. So let's see, my 4-piece, maybe I can do it, then I'll take this away and I'll move it down a little bit. See how I had to move it down a little bit? And then I can just kind of, because it's a different size, it fits in there really nice. See that? It's getting crazier and crazier every time. So now let's see what I do next. Could I do maybe like that? Yeah, that one looks real good. And you just kind of have to wiggle this through. All right, so now I made it like that. It looks kind of like an A. I just kind of like went up and down and found where it would connect. You might want to do something longer, right? You might want to do something shorter. Now you can fill in these gaps. You can fill these gaps in. You take one that looks like this, like one up, one down, and you can kind of fill in the gaps like anywhere you want to put it. Like I put mine like that, kind of, right? See how that works? So now it really looks like a broken bridge. They're really like going everywhere. And then maybe I'll go down like this. So now I have this here. I added the blue one. It really doesn't matter what you do. And then the fun part comes in. You could take another one and go on top of it like that. You just kind of have to work it through. Maybe I'll just go over it. Yeah, I'll just do over it. Now I just kind of put it over and held it into place. I'll do the same thing to this one here. So it's gonna be the same size as the other one. Just like that. Just like that. And you can make this as long as you want. You can make this as short as you want. Whatever you want. You can make the very same one and put back to back if you want it to look somewhat decent and nice. But I like wacky. I think wacky's the best. And if you wanted to, you can even add it going here to make it longer. and then just continue it. But I'm going to finish there because I'm going to put it on the very end, the opposite side. I'm going to put it right like that. Now I've got 2 bridges. I have 2 bridges. I'm going to show it to you. That bridge there, it's not held up by much. It's just there for looks for now. But again, this takes time to add stuff to it. I might add something underneath to kind of give it some stability and it won't go anywhere. But there's that one, and there's on the other side the wacky bridge. Again, same concept. It's not going anywhere, but it is hanging on by just a thread. So just be aware of that. Just be aware of that. So that is how you do bridges. And I hope this was helpful. I hope that you had some really nice ideas. And I cannot wait to see what you guys make and what you guys come up with and the Legos that you guys have. And I think I'm going to add a person. Would you add a person? I would if I had any more people to add. I don't have any more people to add. So there's no more people to add. And that's okay. We'll just pretend like this is a person. There you go. And I hope you guys had a great time. And remember, you can pause the video, go back, figure out what you want to collect, come back and build. Pause, come back and build. If you do have to leave, make sure you write down the time that you left so that you can pick up exactly where you left off. Because this video is 16 minutes long? You may not have 16 minutes. You may only have 5 minutes. You may only have 5 minutes the next time you play, or the 5 minutes the next time you build. So it's important to like and share the video so you don't lose track of where you are, if that makes any sense. This was a lot of fun. I had a great time with you, and I hope to see you again on the next build, which would be, what are we building next? Oh, this is going to be fun. The next one's all the turning things. So all of the not merry-go-round, what are they? The Ferris wheel. No. Ferris wheel? No. Uh-oh. You might have to help me on this one. This is the merry-go-rounds? Yes, merry-go-rounds. That's what we're building. We're building anything that spins. So all the things that you sit inside of and your friends spin you around, that's what we're building. So merry-go-rounds. I think so. I don't know. Maybe you can help me with this. But we'll see you again soon. Enjoy your day. Good night.